guys, we have a special guest on screen with us today.
Whoa, hi guys. I'm Xanup. I'm one of the mods for GSC. I am also a young adults leader. And yeah, that pretty much covers it, actually.
Yeah. Xanup is one of our very loved volunteers and partners here at GodSquad Church. We love Xanup very much, and I have the privilege to spend some time interviewing him. And so what we're doing during Waymaker Week is we are interviewing a few members of our community who are involved and whatnot, just so we can get to know them and hear about how GodSquad Church has impacted their lives. And so today, right here, right now, we get to hear from the one, the only Xanup. So we're just going to go ahead and we're going to dive right in because I'm excited to hear what you have to say. So, I'm
ready.
Xana, first and foremost, tell us a bit about yourself.
Tell us a bit about myself. Well, I'm Xanup, obviously.
Hi,
Xana. I'm a junior college student that's currently studying engineering, and so I currently am actually in Pennsylvania right now studying engineering, and it's kind of a miracle that I am still a medical miracle that I'm still alive. I deal with a lot of medical issues, and so doctors honestly didn't think I was going to, because of everything I dealt with as a very, very young child, that I'd be still here. And so, but by the grace of God, honestly, it really is by the grace of God that I am still here. And I grew up in church all my life. I had given my life to Christ when I was very, very little. And ever since, I have pretty much been in the church. I've been in that area and everything like that. So yeah, that's a little bit about me.
That's so awesome. Could you explain a little bit about what those health issues that you've been facing?
So mainly I deal with I deal with 3 genetic disorders. I deal with Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome. That is a disorder where I have a ton of there's a problem with my ligaments, and so basically they're rubber bands, and unfortunately I can deal with a lot of dislocations, and so without muscle around it and everything like that, I can deal with that, unfortunately. And I dealt with that, and that started right when I was younger. The second one that I deal with mostly is something called Mediterranean fever syndrome. It's without being medicated, which I am, thank God. I could run a 105 fever for a week long. Wow. Every other week.
Wow.
And that happened around when I was first grade-ish. And doctors didn't know until they figured out around when I was 8 or so. And then as of most recently, I also deal with Tourette's syndrome, where I just randomly just deal with tics. And so it's just something that just happens. But on top of that, the one more major one that I deal with is I have a ton of food allergies. And by a ton, I mean 18.
That's so many.
Yes. But it's my life. And again, like I said, it's a miracle I am still here because of everything that I deal with. And so, but yeah, that's mainly what I deal with.
Wow, that is so insane. Honestly, that Mediterranean fever, I've never heard about that. That just sounds so wild.
It is. It is incredibly wild. We didn't even know it even existed until, obviously, the doctors were like, yeah, there's that thing.
Wow. Gosh, well, thank you for sharing.
Totally.
Yeah, and the food allergies. I feel like just lately, so many people, as the years, progress, more and more people have more and more food allergies. And it's honestly so crazy. And it blows my mind just how many things out there people can be allergic to. And so, yeah, that's intense because... That in 18, that's a lot of things to be looking out for.
It's a ton of things, but gladly the iPhone that I have, I can put everything in, and it reminds me, because I will sometimes, when I'm busy, sometimes forget, because I'm that's what I'm dealing with, but
yeah,
it's there, but that's what it's my life.
Well, praise God you're still here.
Thank God, yes.
Yeah. So tell us a bit about your family.
Oh, my family? Oh, well,
Yeah.
so I did get a picture. I sent in a picture. My family consists of my dad, my sister, Marissa, and my mom, who actually today it's her birthday. And
Oh,
it's
snap.
not just any birthday, it's her 50th birthday.
Oh, snap.
And I just wanted to first off say happy birthday, Mom. You are the absolute best. I love you. You're amazing. And you are literally the best mom ever in the world. And so, yeah, I do want to say
Hearts in
that.
the chat. Guys, can we spam all the hearts and the birthday emotes in the chat? And you know what? Because it's her birthday and 50 is such a milestone, we have a surprise for her. We're going to sing her a happy birthday song. Where are my friends at? I got people. Where are they at? I don't know. You're cute. You're cute. I don't know where they are.
They're gone. Come on, come back.
Okay, here they
There
come.
they are.
They're coming. Okay. Guys, we're going to sing happy birthday. All right.
Let's go.
Spam it in the chat. Spam it in the chat.
Spam it in the chat.
Oh, this is
Spam
for
it
you,
in
my
the
friend.
chat.
1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Diego. Happy birthday to you. We're gonna bring it down. Happy birthday, yeah. Happy birthday.
Woo! Woo!
Awesome.
Woo!
Guys,
Thanks, guys. You guys are the best.
so awesome. Happy birthday, Nicole. We love you. We love your son very, very much. All the hearts. Oh my gosh, so awesome. Whew.
Like, Mom.
How do we continue after that?
I don't know.
Good.
I wish. I feel like we should have saved that to the end.
Maybe.
It's all good. It's all good.
Well,
But yes. But my family, I wanted to get that first off. I just wanted to give
Yes.
my mom all the credit that she's due. My dad, he works actually as a media director at Princeton. My mom, she actually works in public work, helping kids and families with special needs all the time. She's been an advocate her whole life. And my sister, she's in college as well, and she has been helping leading her college in becoming more inclusive, especially for kids with students with disabilities.
That's so
and
awesome.
so, yeah, I love them all. They're
That's
so amazing.
superhero family right there.
They
Awesome.
really are.
For real. So what are some of your favorite games to play?
Favorite games. I have grown up as a gamer because of all the time, unfortunately, that I was in the hospital. There was not much I, could do outside of like schooling that, games were pretty much my life.
Yeah.
But nowadays, mainly my favorite games are Destiny 2, Rocket League. I used to play a ton of Overwatch. Back when I was going to college in Virginia, I actually was playing for an Overwatch esports team.
Okay.
So I used to do that. And then, of course, I love, the good old Minecraft. That was one of the first games I got fully in. So, yeah, but that's the main games I love to play.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you a hard question. If you had to choose one, your most favorite, which one?
The problem with that question is, like, every single one of these games came in at a very interesting point in my life. So it's like it's not just asking, like, what's my favorite game? It's like asking, what's my favorite interesting moment of my life? Like,
It's fair. It's fair.
If I had to choose, I would have to say the most consistent game I've loved has been Minecraft. That probably, if I had nothing else that I could ever play, it would probably be Minecraft.
Awesome. All the Minecraft lovers in the chat.
Oh,
Put
Minecraft lovers.
Yes, in the chat. Awesome.
So,
And last, before we get into some more of our deeper questions,
Mm-hmm.
how long have you been in the community?
So I literally had to check this because I was like, I honestly don't remember. But I went back in Discord and I found that I had officially joined the community actually exactly on July 10th of 2020.
Wow.
And that was when I first heard about GodSquad Church and everything like that. So yeah.
Yeah. Almost a year and a half.
Almost a year and a half. Coming down on
Feels
2.
like it's been so much longer.
2020. These past 2 years have felt like 5 years in comparison.
I feel that. Oh, real.
So, yep.
Awesome. So how did you come to find GodSquad Church?
So, it's a very interesting story of how I came to find GodSquad Church. Again, bringing up all the medical issues that I do deal with on a daily basis, I, never got the chance to develop like deep, meaningful friendships beforehand or get plugged into ministries of the churches I was a part of physically, largely because the events that they were doing and the things that they were doing, I couldn't medically do. And so it was really rough, like, especially when, those youth camps are always buzzing and everything like that. And it's so incredible, like, and they go out, they play the games, and then they come back with an epic highlight reel only for me to then watch every time. I'm like, I can't do that. And so I ran into that. I was also running into the serving part of like, I can't serve because of also some of the things that I dealt with as well.
Yeah.
And so when COVID hit, I was honestly kind of feeling lonely in terms of trying to find some Christian friends that I was really coming around to. And obviously, the pandemic really killed the ability to physically be able to be with each other. And so I had literally, no joke, on the exact day of July 10th, 2020, I had searched into Google exactly Christian gaming Discord servers. And I wasn't even trying to find the church. I wasn't trying to find another church. I had no intention. I was just trying to find other Christian friends that I could play games with.
Yeah.
And the first search result was GodSquad Church. It was literally the top one. And I'm like, what is this?
What are this?
What is this? And so I was like, what in the world? And at first, I honestly didn't believe it was true. I was like, is this a real church? I don't know what. And so that's how I came to find GodSquad. It was literally through a simple Google search that I wasn't even expecting to find a church. I found a Discord, but I found this church, and that's how I came to find it. Also, I did want to shout out my sister, saying that my mom said, thank you. I love you, Mom.
Chris, too. We love you.
So, yeah. So, yeah.
Awesome. And when you first found GodSquad Church, you got involved a little bit, didn't you?
From the get-go, yes. So, Amanda personally knows how that happened.
I do.
At the time, I was originally going to school in Virginia, and they had a community service requirement for me to, pass through the semester. And I was like, obviously, COVID kind of killed a lot of opportunities because the face-to-face thing just, was not a possibility. And so I was really struggling because the school still required it. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? And then, in fact, it was not me who thought of the idea, but it was, in fact, my sister who then was like, hey, have you asked your church about opportunities for community service? I'm like, hold a sec. To which I then DM'd you, and I'm like, hey, is this possible? And at first, we had a conversation. I was trying to figure out, obviously, like, what, based off of what you guys were offering, what could I do and serve as for this church? And so I got into it, starting out as a mod. My mod squad, mod squad be lit. You guys are the littest. You guys are awesome. Yeah, so that's how I got truly involved. I was just from the get-go, and then the school that was offering the community service accepted it, and I was able to get my community service actually through GodSquad Church. So,
and that was so awesome. That was the first time that we've done that, and I was like, this is so cool that we can do this.
It was so cool, and it was so cool that they accepted so quickly, because typically, because actually my sister knows personally, typically organizations don't get accepted that quickly, but it was within weeks, and we were already ready to go, and I was able to do it, and it was so good.
Awesome. All right, we have a few more questions. I want to make sure we hit all of them in our time frame.
All right.
And so, what benefit has GodSquad Church been in your life and in your spiritual growth?
Well, you just said time limit. How much time do you have? I'm joking.
Oh gosh.
But honestly, there hasn't been one part of my life that hasn't been benefited or touched by GodSquad. Again, like I just mentioned, I've never had the opportunity to serve in a church beforehand, and I've now had the opportunity to serve and connect with people that, no matter what, they have always been there. And that has been a lifelong prayer of mine, especially with what I've dealt with medically, because a lot of times people just fall away. And so I'm so thankful for this church in that way. Secondly, like, the people that are here are the littest people ever. In terms, they are the littest. The fact I have the opportunity to serve as a mod, and also recently became one of the leaders for the Dwell Young Adults Ministry, like, these are opportunities I had never thought possible before, but when COVID was happening. And you guys have given me this opportunity. But third, and probably most importantly, has been my EXP group. Those group of guys that I have been able to go to and talk to about what I've been dealing with, like with what I'm dealing with specifically, it's been incredible. And the fact that they're always there, and they will always be there if I am ever dealing with something, that's been basically, that's the summarized version of it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So awesome.
Yep.
So for you, connecting with people who are always there for you, it gave you an opportunity to get involved and serve, which, you know, has been such a huge struggle for you, which I know a lot of people in the chat can relate to, because so many people out there, and that's why I wanted for you to expound a bit on your health issues, because so many people have that, and it keeps them from going to physical churches or serving. And so, you know, it's an encouragement that even if you do have that, there is a way that God can use you to serve the church. And so, incredible. And of course, experience groups. And so, leading into the next question, is there a specific area of GodSquad Church that has benefited you the most?
It's 3 letters, EXP. It has probably been the most impactful part of the ministry. I joined my EXP group actually about a month and a half after I had joined the Discord back in July. And so I'm a proud member of the Dasanis. The Dasanis are the best. It is an inside joke within our group. It was totally one of our guys who was creating a story about it. It was just hilarious. But we are called the Dasanis. But I just honestly couldn't have asked for a better group of guys to just talk to, chill with, read the Bible, just go deep in the Word, and get encouragement every single day. It's just been incredible, especially with other medical issues that have popped up, because my medical case can get very dicey really quickly. And so with them being there of like, hey guys, I'm going through a rough time, I've never had that. I've always wanted that, and I've never had that until these past 1.5 years. And it has been such an incredible factor in my spiritual growth as a Christian. There just aren't enough words to appreciate that. So yeah.
Guys, experience groups are awesome. If you seriously are not in an experience group, you are missing out. If somebody can put a link in the chat, we're going to plug experience groups, because guys, oh my gosh, I can't even say it. Experience groups are seriously changing lives and making such a difference and really impacting people. And it's a place where people can really just create family, create those deep relationships. And I'm in an experience group. I don't know if any of my ladies are awake right now, because I have a daytime one. But experience groups are seriously so incredible. So definitely encourage you guys. If you're not in one, Xanup will definitely encourage you.
Oh, I will.
With myself. Yes, get in an experience group. And if you know what, if you love experience groups, I want you guys to put all the hearts experience group hype in the chat. And so last but not least, last question. What would you say, Xana, to someone who is on the fence about getting plugged into the community, whether, you know, maybe they've never decided to serve, or maybe they're nervous about just putting themselves out there and meeting new people, what would you say to them?
Well, I mean, I understand that. I mean, it seems as though that it's so natural for me to be like, oh yeah, I joined this thing. Within a year and a half, I've been able to do all these different things. So it's just been so easy for me to. No, that's incredibly untrue. I was incredibly timid. I was like, I was like, is this a community I can genuinely be a part of? And so, as much as it sounds like, and just a complete exaggeration, it's the absolute truth. Just getting plugged in, just serving and being a part of all of these different opportunities that are part of GSC, it's changed my life. And if you want that, if you genuinely want that, where you can grow deeper in your faith, even if you don't have faith, even if you don't, this community will always welcome you. And if you want to serve, you won't regret it. I promise you won't. And even if you do, it's not like you're landlocked. you can leave if you want to. But I promise you will enjoy your time serving and being a part of this community. And I just know from my personal experience, I haven't regretted 1 second joining this church and this community. So
glad to hear that. That's so awesome. Thank you so much, Xanup. And yeah. Like, if you feel that way, maybe you feel timid, maybe you're nervous, maybe you're super introverted, reserved. First of all, I relate. I'm super introverted. I took a test. I'm like 83% introverted, which is like mega introverted. And it is. Like, it totally is. It can be scary and nerve-wracking to put yourself out there and to take that step. But I would encourage you, if you're here right now and you've been on the fence, maybe this is it. Maybe this is that push that you needed to, serve on a team, or to get plugged into an experience group, or maybe even just to get into the Discord and start talking to people and hanging out in the voice channels. Whatever that looks like for you, take this as a sign. Take this as a sign and, put yourself out there and you don't have to take a huge step. Take a small step and see where that takes you, and we just love to see more people stepping out of their comfort zones, because we hope that they can find home here, just as Xanup has, as he's shared today. So, Xanup, thank you so much for sharing your heart with us tonight.
Totally.
And it's been so incredible interviewing you. You're so awesome. You are thebomb.com.
Thank you.
But before you go, I just wanted to say, it's only been a year. It's only been a year that you've been here. It feels like it's been so much longer, as I said earlier. It really has. You've truly made an impact while you're here. As you've said, you've been serving on the mod squad. You are now serving on the Dwell leadership team, helping with Dwell events and whatnot. And just honestly, your presence in our community, you've made an impact in just this year and a half. And you have been so generous with your life. We believe God honors generosity. And so we wanted to say thank you. Thank you for all that you've done here at GodSquad Church. And as a way to say thank you, we wanted to surprise you and present you with this check. I don't know, it's kind of big. Can you see it? A $500 Xanup. We truly believe that, I'm like peeking over the check over here, but in order, God truly will bless those who give of their time and are generous of their time, of their resources. And guys, we are so thankful for you. We love you, Xanup.
Xanup, you're a beast, dude. We love you, bro.
I love you, TJ.
We love you. And so we'll connect afterwards about this check, but that is just our small way of saying thank you. Thank you.
You guys you have literally no idea how much this church has meant to me. I'm being so serious. You guys are the absolute best, and I would do anything for you guys. You guys are awesome.
Well, we love you, Xana. Guys, can we put the hearts and the clappers and all of the love in the chat for Xanup? Thank you again so much for pouring out your heart tonight. We love you so much, Xanup.